Hey Wonderfuls, I'm hangry. Just in town now, gonna get some food, head back out to the house. And hopefully by that time, the hunger will be satisfied. Fries were good, seasoning on them was amazing, chicken, so good, so hot and tasty, and I even put some good tunes in there. Well, I gotta have the AC running right now. I just finished eating and holy crap! They say they have the hottest chicken in town and I'm inclined to believe that. Sherwood Park Flirty Bird, delicious Nashville hot chicken. And you know they're not messing around when they ask you what kind of heat level. I said hot, and he asked if I had been here before, and that maybe I could go with a medium. So I did, and that was freaking hot too. But oh so good. I'm ready to go home now and maybe have a cold smoothie. Well, I made it back out to the house. I'm cooling my mouth off with a smoothie now. Full belly. That was a delicious meal. Unfortunately, I'm still cranky. So I'm going to do a little bit of work in the campsite out here. I'm just working on making a level parking spot for MacGuffin. So I started yesterday and basically dug some trenches so I could lay some pressure-treated lumber down level. Fine-tuning, leveling them today, battling mosquitoes again. I'm gonna have to go put some bug spray on as much as I'd rather not. These little guys are horrendous. I'm not sure what the weather's gonna be like today. I was calling for rain yesterday and that never happened, so it might just be delayed, or it might be in the clear. But I'm going to try and finish up these leveling boards before the weather craps out on me. They're basically level now, somewhat in both directions. So I'm just gonna put some more damn bug spray on because these guys are killing me. And then I'll put some sand underneath. Annihilated. just annihilating. Not helping the mood. But how fucking level is it really? Not at all. That was a big fat fail. It's going to take a lot more work. I thought I had them level enough. I thought my measurements were right, but the van barely fits on it and definitely isn't level. So I think I'm calling it a day for that. I'm going to take Draja for a walk. Still cranky. Perhaps even crankier than I was before. Yeah, I had to charge my phone there for a little bit. And while I was charging, I decided to replace the toilet brushes in human bathrooms and then replace the wood pellets in cat bathrooms. And I started a load of laundry. Just trying to keep busy, otherwise I'm going to slip into a fit of rage. The house is kind of a mess too, so I'm sure that's not helping things at all. So I'm going to start to clean that, listen to some music, and just let myself be angry. Well, that's slightly better. Didn't take too long. We're not going for perfection, just making it slightly cleaner and not slipping into a Hulk-sized fit of rage. It's finally cooled down outside. Thank goodness, because I worked up a sweat cleaning the kitchen. It's just been a day of heat and anger. And mosquitoes. God, they're just swarming out here again tonight. I think I need to kick my shoes off and get grounded while I'm out here. Ooh, the grass feels pretty nice on the feet. It's such a beautiful day today, but I was just super cranky. And that's okay. It's fine to be cranky sometimes. Tomorrow's another day. And tonight might have cookies in store. That could help. How's my Draji? Hi. You're such a good boy. You know what else helps? Kitties. Okay. And puppies. Well, that fixed it. I'm all better. Just kidding. But tomorrow's another day. And a good sleep can make a world of difference, too. Well, I did not have a very good sleep that night. I was on bucket swapping duty until about 4 in the morning when the storm finally ended. But the last couple of days since then have been absolutely beautiful and my mood has improved. I've been able to get outside and hang some clothes on the line to dry out of necessity. Unfortunately, today's weather is not so conducive to drying laundry outside. Hi! Oh my! Can you have a drink? That's all rainwater, hey? Oh, excuse you. I enjoy hanging laundry outside to dry and getting it all nice and fresh in the sun and the wind. But I didn't have another choice because the dryer had crapped out the other day. It crapped out again. It stopped heating. This happened a couple years ago in the dead of winter when there were 3 people living here, so all 3 of us were doing laundry and hanging on clotheslines in the basement. At least for the last couple of days I was able to go outside and use the clothesline, but today is not really ideal for that. So I gotta have a look at this thing again and see if the element burnt out or possibly one of the switches did. Look what I ordered from Amazon last time this happened. Compared. I had ended up just ordering a bunch of parts off of Amazon last time something happened before I figured out what exactly the problem was, because the Amazon parts are significantly cheaper than the Samsung parts, and they're exactly the same. So I was super happy that I had the heater element on hand and didn't have to wait a few days to order another one. I will put a link in the description for the awesome video that I followed on how to fix the dryer. It did a really great job of explaining everything and all the silly steps it takes to get into the dryer to access the part that commonly needs to be replaced. Actually warm, not just cold air coming out there now. get me out of the fucking rain. Hot. Oh, fuck yeah. Well, that is a little victory for sure. Today is a day of heat and happiness. And as for the leaky roof issue, I will discuss that another day. Well, we got the dryer going yesterday. We got the heat to work in that again. Today there's no heat to the furnace. Yes, it's July, but it's actually chilly today. I think it's only 12 degrees, maybe 13 Celsius. So it does feel cold, and the furnace should have kicked in, but didn't. So hopefully it's just the pilot light, but we'll have a look and get it going again. Got a little helper hanging outside the room. Ooh, hard at it. Okay, so no pilot light going. So I'm gonna let that cool down for a chicken minute, and then I will have a look at the thermocouple, because that could be burnt out or it could just be dirty. But the pilot is not staying lit. So I'll have to investigate, and I might have a spare one I was kicking around. I hope. Just found this. This is what I need. Okay, I'll let everything cool down, then I'll put the new one in. Awesome. Good job, past Kayla. Yes! Oh god, I just bumped it. I just bumped it right out. Are you kidding me? Son of a bitch! Fuck's sake. Well, this thermocouple works. I don't think it'll take as long because it should already be pretty warmed up from last time. So it's gonna go slowly. You don't ever want to let that release quickly. It's just a little diaphragm. It's pretty fragile. But I am going extra slow because this is a delicate procedure. Now some dumbass doesn't bump it out. Should be better now that it's bent proper. I'm gonna go turn the thermostat back on so it will call for heat. And you should see some flames. That's a beautiful thing. This is not the first time this has happened. It's kind of a frequent thing. This is a really old furnace. Both of them are. They're older than I am. And they were original with the house. They've both essentially been rebuilt. But they keep on trucking, and it's generally cheap little parts that I can replace myself. Because it's kind of my trade. And I'll make sure to order another one just to have on hand for times like these. It's usually the furnace only cracks out in the -40s in the dead of winter. Might as well keep in theme and deal with some more heat stuff. It's been a while since I've ran my heater, and I usually like to run it for like a half an hour once a month in the summer. Just when I'm not using it, make sure everything's going well and burns everything out every now and then, but it's been a couple months since I last ran it, so we'll do that today before it gets too hot again. First though, I have to fix the exhaust pipe. I've got pretty crushed up from all the back roads that I drive, so I'm either gonna chop it right off or bend it so that it's open again. Curious if it'll pump out the white smoke. A little bit. Just at first, usually it clears up shortly. Fucking turbo drive. Yeah. Still coming out, but now it's all clear. See the moisture forming on the tire. Leave that for a little bit. Okay, it's hot enough in here. Have to go for another month or so. Ugh. Looks like some more crap weather's in store. Just saving money left and right on service calls. Taking Jaja for a walk now. It's still a bit fresh outside, but it's not too bad anymore. And it doesn't look like it's gonna rain anymore either. Definitely lucked out with the dryer and the furnace, and happened to have the parts I needed on hand, so that was pretty sweet. The roof is a little bit of a different story. I might have some shingles kicking around in the bush, but I definitely don't have an entire spare roof on hand, and that's what I need. Definitely needs to be reshingled. I'm not sure how much of the plywood has been damaged, but it's pretty rough up there. There's definitely more than one leak going on in the house, and when it rains outside, it rains inside too. Hopefully one day in the near future you will see a roof DIY on this channel. I'd like to replace the whole thing, but I'm not sure that's going to happen right away. So let's see what we can do for some temporary patches and some quick fixes. The roof's been bad for the last couple of years. It's a little bit better in the winter because it just freezes over with ice and snow and nothing leaks in. but this spring has been especially hard on it, and I ended up poking a couple of holes in the ceiling so that the water just drains directly into the buckets rather than running down the wall and through the floor and into the basement. It's been a bit hard for me to get up on the roof and do any sort of repairs yet. Between finding a nice day of weather when it's not too windy or rainy to begin with, and having someone here to supervise me while I crawl around on or in the roof. Is that a fresh hole? You gonna dig it? Dig, dig, dig. Get it. Polar bear pounce. I love it. Polar bear pounce. You're gonna be so muddy. What are you doing? Wash your feet off. Splash. Splash, splash, splash. Your dirty face. So we managed to fix a couple of things. Yeah, I got a couple of things on the to-do list, but I'm gonna get a hand with those. I think that'll make it go a lot easier and a lot safer. And it'll keep me a lot saner. So eventually, I'll have a follow-up video for the roof and for the campsite parking spot. For now, I'm going to take my little victories on the dryer and the furnace and cross my fingers that there's no other emergency fixes in the near future.